What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a 2013 Lincoln MKZ. This is the 3.7 liters V6 and we're doing the alternator. So I haven't seen any video out there on YouTube on how to get to the alternator on this 3.7, so I figured let me make one. So it looks like someone was actually trying to do this job, but they got stuck and they brought it to me. So this is not going to be a step-by-step tutorial, but at least it will point you in the right direction on how to get to the alternator. So we don't need to actually take off the AC compressor or drain the coolant. We can actually do it when everything is still connected, because I don't like actually discharging or recharging the system after doing the work. So actually when they brought it to me, I only noticed that they brought the alternator and the tensioner. So when I looked at the tensioner today, I found that it's broken. So I think that's why the tensioner is also going to be replaced. So I don't know how we're going to get the one on the vehicle, but right now let me flip the camera, walk you through of where I am right now and what I did to get to where I am right now. So this is how we are looking. The bumper is out, the grille shutter and the bumper frame is also out. Also the frame for the hood latch is also out. So you can see the bumper is in the garage right there, and the frame for the hood latch. And then I think this car has been in an accident before. You can see on the passenger side, you can see we still have the headlight on the bumper, but on the driver's side it's not there. It came loose immediately I took the bumper out, it fell off. So pretty much tells me that this car has been in an accident. So this is where we are again. Like I said, you can see this is the shutter grille and the bumper frame. So there's a bunch of bolts that you need to take out, so you have to be very careful, and a lot of bolts and nuts and a lot of connections. So right now we're able to locate the alternator. It is right there. When everything is on, you can't actually get this alternator out. So pretty much now you can see we are almost there, and you can see the tensioner is broken right there. Let me see if I can focus on the tensioner. Sorry about that, but that's our tensioner right there. I don't know if I can get a clear view. Yeah, there we go. That's our clear view right there. That's our tensioner. So we need to get that tensioner out. First we need to take the belt off the way, the tensioner out, so that we can access the lower bolt or nut for the alternator. So this is the alternator right there. We still have the belt on. The negative terminal of the battery is disconnected. You have to do that when you're dealing with the alternator. And you can see the radiator and the AC condenser is still connected. So I feel I am going to squeeze this alternator right here. There's not enough room, but we are going to make it work right here. So we're going to disconnect this. Is a nut right here. You have to take this bolt off. I believe it's a 13, but I'll let you know. We have to disconnect this electrical plug-in right there. It's a press and pull tab, and then we gotta take that nut out. I believe it's a 15. We take that nut out, and then we take that stud off the way as well. And then once we take the tensioner off, we're going to access the lower bolt. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? So for the tensioner bolts, I got one right there, and it's a tight space, so I'm using the 8mm ratcheting wrench. You can see I got the bottom one almost out, and then we got the top one almost out as well. We got the tensioner out, and you can see it was broken right here. And when I was taking the bumper out, I came across the broken piece. I didn't know at first, so definitely this is where this piece comes from. It's supposed to be like so. So they broke it. So right now we have a new one. We got the alternator and the tensioner right there. So right now, let me take out that nut right there, and then the plug-in, and then we'll go from there. So for that nut, we use a 30mm socket with the impact wrench right there, and then for this nut right there, we are going to use a 15. What's up, guys? So the lower bolt is a 15, just like I said earlier on. You can see that's the one right there, but if you look properly, it's getting stuck between, that's the one right there, it's getting stuck between the AC lines. So we're going to unbolt the AC lines from right here so that we can raise them up a little bit and create room for that bolt to actually come out. And then for the stud, I'm using the 8mm wrench to take it out. It's gonna come off just like so. So I'm gonna take it out completely, and then we'll move the alternator just a little bit this way so that we can unplug the wire. I don't have enough room to unplug it right now, which is right there. And if you look in the front, there's actually no room for this alternator, so it to come off this way and it will slide right there. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. So for the bolt, once we took the bolt that holds the AC lines, all you gotta do is just play around with it. It should actually come off just like so. This is the one, and we had taken off the screw for the AC line, so it gave us a bit of play. So that's how we got it out. We put it right there, and now all I have to do is just wedge the alternator just like so, and then take that clamp off. So let me do that, and then I'll bring you guys back. What's up, guys? So we got the alternator right here. You just have to wiggle it a lot, and then it will slide out, turn it, and then you can get your plug out. So the press tab is on the inside, so it's tricky to get to. So once you turn it upside down, you can use your electrical pliers. You know, these plastics are under the heat for quite some time, they become brittle. So our alternator should actually slide out from right there. So let me figure out how I'm gonna slide it out, and then I'll bring you guys back. So we managed to sneak it out from right there, and this is the one. It's a tight fit, so you gotta struggle with it. So this is the one right here. We're going to compare it with the new one, and they look exactly the same. The part number is that one right there, and then that's the part number for the tensioner. So I'm gonna put this one back off camera and then put everything set up, and then we'll go from there. What's up, guys? So everything has been put back together. By the way, it's running right now. It looks like a Lincoln than before. So let's get close. I'll show you where the alternator is located. That's where the alternator is located, down there. So actually I have an idea of what's causing this alternator, or that caused the alternator to go bad. It's this oil leaking. When the oil is leaking, you see it's dripping down to the alternator, messing up the alternator. So right now we got a bit of smoke right here because our valve cover is leaking That's why we are smoking. We have some oil that has dripped onto the oxygen sensor right there, or at the exhaust right there. That's where we are smoking from. So it is running right now. Let's go inside the vehicle. We check if we have any lights, because it came towed and today it's gonna go back running. So let me see if I can close the door, close the window. We got the hood, the rear trunk is open, tire pressure light, and this thing has got 132,568 miles. So pretty much I think everything is good. Customer is gonna be happy. So pretty much everything is good on this vehicle. Alternator is good to go. So Mitchell says you have to actually take off the AC compressor, which means you have to discharge the AC system and then recharge it later. So we managed to get this alternator by taking the bumper out and then snake it between the radiator condenser and the body frame. So this is a 3.7 liters. I've seen the 3.5 liters and the 2, pretty easy, but that's how you do it on a 13 Lincoln 3.7 liters. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you on the next one.